So I feel like it's been kind of a very long time since I've done any kind of, when you decide on these big goals. Okay, baby, I'll get you cookie. And water, okay.
Right there on top of the moon, we could sit and do nothing. I wish we were bold to just fly away.
So 2022 was a very interesting year for me. Not that it was a bad year at all. It was actually a pretty good year. But it was definitely a year where I really had to dig deep and figure out myself, learn different things, understand why I do the things that I do. And I realized, and this is hard for me to kind of discover, was that I could somewhat at times be a people pleaser, and I did not realize that about myself. So in digging deep and discovering my self-image, my self-worth, what made me feel comfortable, what made me feel uncomfortable, and just really discovering that, healthy boundaries, like everybody talks about, is legitimately a thing. Like last year I posted this video, and I was talking about how I'm going to be using this whole year to, lose weight, all of that. And as I was going along that journey, I realized that I had to work on my self-image or my self-worth, because in order for me to really be able to, like, let's just say, release weight, keep it off, be around a good group of friends, given the way that I need to give, I really needed to understand who I was, what I needed, what I was not okay with, and everything that came with that. So I looked forward to my end of year trip to the Bahamas that served as kind of like a reset. And here it is.
We could sit and do nothing. I wish we were bold to just fly away. I don't wanna care, just be here and I'm good alone. I'll be okay, miss you like an old friend. Too scared now, thinking I should call up. I'm not.
Look, baby.
I think it's hard how we always wait another day. How we watch things that kids walk away.
I definitely wanted to kind of sit and talk about this, because as I was trying to figure out how I'm going to shift my YouTube channel in a way that I feel like really aligns with me, to be honest, when I look back at some of the things that I post, I realized that I was trying to fit into this box, right? Or doing something that I saw other people do, instead of really focusing on what comes easy for me, what comes easy for me to speak to effortlessly. And that really comes down to like things like this topic, like the self-image and resetting, and like knowing your worth, knowing what you stand on, and not allowing anyone to have you waver in any sense of that word or that fashion. Because I think what tends to happen a lot of times is that we will dictate or determine how we act, how we move, how we dress, according to what either society says or what somebody else may have said. But the truth of the matter is, when we dig deep into who we are, we figure out what we like and what we don't like. What are these, boundaries that everybody talks about? What are these boundaries that we need to keep in place to maintain ourselves? It's like, when some people get dressed up no matter where they go. The truth of the matter is that person is staying firm in who they are, right? And that's a beautiful thing that I feel like everybody kind of needs to understand and be in alignment with. So even when I went home for this reset and I would work out, I was really mindful of sitting in what my standard was. So for example, I wanted to maintain waking up at 5 a.m. to work out. I wanted to maintain rebounding. So I literally packed a travel size rebounder in my bag and I brought it home with me. because that's me maintaining, you know, my standards. And I think like one thing that I've realized is that like everybody is going through something. And a lot of times it's related to our self-image, it's related to how we view ourselves. And so I would love to hear from you guys, and I read all of your comments, all of your DMs. I would love to hear, you know, what are some things that you feel like you held on to or was a part of you that was deep rooted into your negative self-image that you had to kind of like work on and realign, or something that you're hoping to work on in 2023. I would love to hear. So put it in the comment box and I'll reply and read them all, because I, like I said, I love kind of I don't know, like, to me it's something very beautiful in knowing that like you're not alone in these different things. But I will say, when I went home, I ensured that I maintain my standard, and that's what you're gonna see. So I definitely wanted to get back to just kind of like blogging this whole process, and just continuing on with kind of like this beautiful shift of my channel. So today is actually my officially, maybe my first day, second day, home here in the Bahamas. I'm back in Nassau for Christmas for 3 weeks, and I'm committed to just sticking to the process, meditating, vibing, all of that. So right now I look crazy because it's like 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm about to go work out. So I'm gonna take you guys with me a little bit today. Okay, so I got my rebounder set up. I actually brought this with me all the way from Charleston to South Carolina. All the way from Charleston to the Bahamas, just to make sure that I stay committed, because I know with my rebounding, that's kind of like something that I know I'll always be able to go back to and work out if everything else fails, you know?
Well, like, right?
I mean, I feel it right now. Oh, what'd you say? What'd you say?
I said this was simple. I did.
Oh, that's nice.
Why? Always wait
Jai Jai and Grandma.
how we watch the days walk away. Let's live down by the water, watch it come and go home. I wish we were both to like sail.
You see? Say hi. All right, let's get. Okay, mommy.
Too scared now, thinking I should call.
So I went to the grocery store to get a few different staple items. I'm gonna kind of go through a few of the different things that I got. Guys, so I want to show y'all a little bit of what I got from the grocery store. I'm just trying to make better choices. So I got old-fashioned oatmeal. That's kind of my go-to, even when I'm in Charleston or back home. I got some unsweetened almond milk, sliced strawberries, frozen sliced strawberries to me, which is a lot cheaper. Black beans. Some frozen vegetables, more frozen veggies, some spinach. I'm gonna saute these, just because I don't know. I'm really at a place where I am really focusing on, like, and this might sound so crazy because I'm making a video about food, or part of my video is about food, but I'm really focusing on like my self-image and my self-worth, because I feel like that filters through how I feel. Oh, my son is coming. Jai, come on, baby. The baby coming back. All right. I also have some potatoes, my go-to. Navel oranges. I only got like 4 of those because they were very expensive from the grocery store. I'm trying to keep an eye on my son. Broccoli, frozen broccoli. Peppers. Uh-oh. He's so dramatic. Bananas. Tofu. Firm tofu. You don't want tofu? And vegetables. So I got him some different things as well. And I think for me, like being back home, it's making me just just recenter myself, and kind of remembering what I said I wanted to do, where I'm at now. The mission is clear in a sense. Sitting in the fact that, I have gained a little bit of weight, which to me that's even hard for me to even say out loud. When you do something and you can't believe that you're back. I'm not back fully at where I am, but I'm up like 15 pounds at this point. But I know what I'm able to do and know what I'm capable of. So I think this is kind of a really, really good reset. So, and this is not cheap, but we'll make it do what it do. Yes, baby.
Go home. I wish we were both to like sail away. I just don't wanna care. Can you be here and I'm good alone? I'll be okay with you like an old friend.
So what are my plans for 2023? More of this really, more of enjoying life instead of sitting down, focusing on the scale all the time and this and that, but really focusing on the positives of my life and being grateful for what it is that I have and where I'm going and the people that's in my life. So I hope you guys feel aligned with this content and this information. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.
Can you be here?